At the start of the episode, Toka tells Sarah to change her clothes because people in Mill City had seen her in her old outfit, which could lead to her being recognized during their journey. Sarah, feeling troubled, asks when she ever agreed to travel with Toka. Toka responds by offering her a deal. If she accompanies him to the land of the Golden Eye monster to meet the Forbidden Witch, she could use the witch's power to become invisible, making it impossible for anyone to find her. Toka is also going there to meet the Forbidden Witch so they could travel together. Sarah likes the idea, but questions why Toka is helping her so much. Toka says she reminds him of his aunt, who helped him a lot in the past. Hearing this, Sarah agrees to travel with Toka. Just then, a nearby dragon is killed, but Toka gains no experience points from it. He thinks to himself that the dragon was very weak and approaches a soldier, offering to let him go if he answers some questions. The soldier angrily retorts that Toka won't survive after doing all this, as the Black Dragon Knight's soldiers won't let him go. Sarah then asks the soldier who is trying to kill her, giving him a chance to survive if he answers truthfully. The soldier responds dismissively, saying Sarah deserves to die for going against the Holy Kingdom. Suddenly, Toka senses a spear coming at them and pushes Sarah out of the way, causing the spear to hit the soldier instead, killing him. Looking up, Toka sees 4 dragons with knights riding them in the sky. One knight with white hair and red eyes rides a white dragon, which makes Toka uneasy as he wonders if this is the person adventurers spoke of as the strongest in the world. The knight introduces himself as Civit, known as the world's strongest person. The scene shifts to a king who is shown standing before Civit, who has just slain several monsters. Civit warns the king to hand over Sarah if he wants to live, otherwise he will be killed. The king, in present time, wakes up from this nightmare. Meanwhile, Sarah becomes anxious upon seeing Civit and remarks that he is the most powerful of the 5 dragon knights and that the other 4 are also present. Toka, noticing only 4 dragon knights, wonders where the 5th one could be. As the 4 knights reprimand Civit for killing one of their soldiers while trying to attack Sarah, Civit explains that the soldier could have dodged the attack, but perhaps had lost the will to live. The scene cuts back to the old king, who is shouting that it was not just a dream. It's revealed that Sarah was once a general in this king's army, and he had a special liking for her. However, the people of the Holy Kingdom demanded that the king hand Sarah over to them. When Civit arrived to take her, the king told Sarah to flee, but she was unaware of these events. Back in the present, the king declares that he would give up all his treasures and even his kingdom to save Sarah because she belongs to him. Meanwhile, Toka, overhearing the conversation, realizes that the soldier could have dodged Civit's attack if it weren't for his paralyzed skill. A holy knight steps forward, stating that the emperor has ordered them to kill Sarah, while another knight says they need to bring her dead body to the Holy Kingdom. Civit suggests that they can fulfill both kingdoms' wishes by killing Sarah here, which would please both the emperor and the Holy Kingdom. Sarah angrily demands to know why the emperor would do this to her. A knight replies that the old emperor is obsessed with her and cannot die in peace while she lives, so he sent them to kill her. Sarah is shocked, but Civit offers her a chance to survive. If she fights him and wins, he will spare her life. Civit explains that he has always wanted to fight her and had gone to her kingdom to challenge her, but the king made her flee, complicating things. Now, however, Civit has lost interest in her, as he has found someone more powerful, Toka. Civit then asks Toka his name, but Toka, terrified, realizes that Civit is even more powerful than Soul Eater and thinks he will die if he tries to fight him. Despite his fear, Toka can't stop smiling. Civit, noticing this, comments that Toka is interesting for smiling despite being surrounded by 4 dragon knights. Toka then asks to speak with Civit, who insists on knowing his name. Toka lies, saying his name is Heart Skull, but Civit immediately calls out the lie, saying he can tell when someone is lying. A knight warns Civit to be cautious, but Civit brushes it off, confident in his own power. Toka, realizing he must tread carefully, asks Civit a question before answering his. Toka suggests that Civit must be looking for a worthy opponent to test his true power. Civit agrees, saying he has searched for years but has not found anyone powerful enough. Toka then asks if Civit knows about the goddess wishes and what she is doing these days. Civit replies that he knows her well, and that there are good relations between his kingdom and the goddess wishes. He also knows that she has summoned heroes from another world, some of whom could become strong enough to be his opponents in the future, which excites him. Hearing this, Toka thinks to himself that Civit is full of pride and can be easily manipulated by pretending to be his friend. Just then, Sera tries to say something, but Civit angrily shouts at her, warning her not to interrupt him. He declares that he has already destroyed her kingdom and that she shouldn't make him angrier, or things will get worse for her. Sera is shocked, and the knights confirm that the emperor refused to hand her over to the Holy Kingdom, so they had to take matters into their own hands. They also reveal that her princess is now in their custody. Hearing this, Sera is horrified. Toka then steps forward, offering to be Civit's worthy opponent. He reveals his true name, Toka Memory, and that he is one of the heroes summoned by the goddess wishes. Civit becomes interested in Toka, who then explains that he was different from the other heroes, so the goddess separated him from the rest and had other plans for him. Civit asks why the goddess singled him out, and Toka says that it was because he was special, with different plans set by the goddess, which led him to embark on a solo journey to increase his power. Civit, intrigued, asks what Toka wants. Toka requests some time to train and increase his power, after which he will defeat Civit and even challenge the goddess wishes herself. Civit is pleased with Toka's ambition and allows him to leave, saying he hopes Toka will give him a good fight in the future. Toka, however, insists on taking Sera with him because she is crucial to his journey. Civit, amused by Toka's boldness, agrees and lets them go, promising to kill them both after defeating them in battle someday. As they prepare to leave, Civit's knights try to stop him, but Civit angrily reminds them of his authority. He orders them to leave with him, excited to see what Toka will do. But as they turn to leave, Toka uses his paralyzed skill to immobilize Civit and his knights, then laughs, revealing that he never intended to let them leave alive. The knights and dragons fall to the ground, writhing in pain. Toka, standing over them, says they made a grave mistake by revealing their good relations with the goddess wishes. He casts a poison spell on them, ensuring their demise,